In this video, I will talk to you about the 6 ways to stay poor as a product photographer. These are 6 things that will make you go broke, lose clients, and not gain any new business. All you need to do to succeed in product photography is to do the opposite of these things. Humans think funny. It's much easier to find problems rather to identify solutions. So if you can identify all the problems going on in your product photography business first, then you can think of direct solutions to those problems. At the end of this video, I'll walk you through my guiding principle and how it's gotten me to 6 figures as a creative entrepreneur. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Pieta. I run a production company and teach creative business here on YouTube. Anyways, let's talk about number 1 on our list. And this one is gonna hit home for a lot of you. Only say yes to projects you can handle. This is a great way to stay poor as a photographer. You are a product photographer. If you have a few projects with this client and they ask you if you can do lifestyle photos with models. Now, you've never done anything like this before. You've done some headshots for your friends, but you have no experience posing models. This is outside your skill range. Are you gonna tell this client no and tell them to find someone else? Or are you gonna say yes and try and figure this out along the way? At the end of the day, you can take on this project, mess it up completely, and the worst thing that'll happen is that you'll have to refund this client. That's it. Even if you mess up, you'll have learned a lot of new skills and lessons along the way. On the upside though, you can watch some YouTube videos on how to pose models and practice on your friends, and then you can execute the project to the best of your ability and you'll have unlocked a whole new skill set, all because you bit off a bit more than you can chew. In the face of challenge, you accepted it instead of running away. This applies to so many things in photography. When you're presented with a new challenge, accept it. You'll find a way to make it work in the end. Make promises to clients and break them. So number 2 piggybacks right off the first one. When you take on extra responsibility, you should do everything in your power to make sure that you deliver on your promise. If you don't have the skills to do something, hire a contractor. If you promise 3-day turnaround times, stay up late, wake up early, do what you need to do to deliver on your promise. Once you get into business, you have a reputation to uphold, a reputation with your clients and a reputation with yourself. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. When your clients are your biggest fans, they'll refer you to their friends. You'll gain more business from them, making you more money. And if things go really wrong and you have to break a promise, you need to make it right. Refund the money, offer free services, do what you can so that your reputation is phenomenal. When you make promises and fail to keep them, you'll lose clients, meaning you'll lose money and you'll stay poor. Keep your promises to clients no matter what it takes. I remember when I was starting out, I was offering 2-day turnaround times for all photography projects. Now, this sounds really fast, but it was what I needed to do to stand out early on. I was able to shoot and edit photos so quickly because I put in the extra effort, and clients saw that. When they left reviews on Google, they were all 5 stars. They loved working with me, and they kept coming back. This has helped me so much early on in my business. And if I didn't go above and beyond early on, I don't know if I would be doing this today. I made promises and I stuck to them. Buy expensive gear. We all knew this one was coming. Obviously, if you spend all your cash on gear, you'll go broke. Yes, your gear matters, but you don't need to upgrade it every single time there's a new lens. Buy a good camera, buy a good lens or two, and you can do nearly everything with that. Right now, I'm using the Sony a7R4 with a 24-70 G master lens. And this can do 95% of what I need from a camera, and that's really enough for me. I've been eyeing the Sony FX3 for months now, and I really want it, but spending the extra $4,000 on a camera right now just doesn't make sense for me. I would use it for these YouTube videos, but you probably think these look good already, and you wouldn't notice a difference. There's no compelling reason for me to upgrade. I recognize this. You know what I can spend that $4,000 on that'll be a way better use of my money? Paying my contractors. My team is awesome. They free up so much of my time that I can focus on the high-level tasks that actually make me more money, namely getting clients and taking photos. A better camera isn't going to help me get more clients, and I can already take great photos and videos with my current setup. The saying, you gotta spend money to make money, is very true, but you need to know what you should be spending your money on so that you can get the highest return on your investment. For a lot of you, buying the best camera gear won't be it. Now, the exception to this rule would be if you're trying to land a client and they have very specific needs. Let's say they need 4K 120p video for an ad that they're doing and their budget is $8,000. Your current gear won't cut it, but if you buy the Sony FX3 for $4,000, you'll be able to land this client and that $4,000 can be written off your taxes. This is when you can justify buying gear. Otherwise, spend your money elsewhere. If you want to stay broke, seek perfection. Just like you don't need the best gear, the content you produce doesn't have to be perfect. Now, I'm not saying go out there and do mediocre work. No. You need to do great work. It has to wow your clients. It has to be effective in converting people to paying customers. But it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I can spend hours styling a scene to make it just right for a single photo. But chances are a client is not going to notice if you spend 15 minutes styling a scene or 2 hours. The photo is going to look the same to them and their customers. Your time Time is a limited resource. You're better off trying to create great content and more of it rather than a single piece of perfect content. You'll also learn way faster through this whole process. The more you iterate, the faster you'll grow. Seeking perfection is a guaranteed way to stay broke. Only take photos that you want. There's going to be times where you need to take off your artist hat and accept the boring projects. As a photographer, not all projects are going to be fun. There are going to be times when a client wants photos that don't align with your style or are just plain boring to take. Are you going to tell this client to get lost and find someone else? Or are you going to look at this as a business opportunity and as an opportunity to build a relationship with your clients? I do a lot of photography for e-commerce, namely Amazon. A set of Amazon photos includes 3 creative product shots that I love doing, and then 2 or 3 white background shots. White background shots are boring. There's nothing interesting about them. But if I told my clients I don't want to do them, they would just find someone else and I might lose their business on those creative shots. You're going to need to treat your photography as a business. Get off your pedestal and realize that there are times when it's more important to be accommodating to the client's needs rather than to your own creativity. Now, this is hard for some of you to hear, but by doing the boring work, you'll make more money. And what does money get you? Freedom. It gets you the freedom to do the stuff that you want to do. Always listen to the client's needs and figure out how you can best solve them. Wait for clients to come to you. When you wait for clients to come to you, you're not going to make enough money to survive in your business. That's the truth. You need to hustle. You need to be out there writing cold emails. You need to be scrubbing Amazon for companies to reach out to. You need to be posting on social media, on LinkedIn, about the services that you offer. Post about your past work, anything that will get eyeballs on you. Clients aren't lining up to work with you. There are just too many options. It's up to you to get the clients, not the other way around. If you watch this far, you obviously care about growing your product photography business. If you need help getting your first client, I have a free 20-minute course on my website that you can enroll in right now. Link below. Finding clients is one of the hardest parts in this industry, and honestly, it's the reason so many people fail. They just don't do the required work. They have their priorities mixed up. So, what is my guiding principle that I think has helped me the most? It's simply to show up every day and do the work. When you make promises to clients, you show up and do the work so that you fulfill on those promises. If you need more clients, you do the work to find those clients. You take on hard projects above your skill level. What should you do? Show up as your best self, or even better than your best self, so you can do the work so you complete the project. This is what's gotten me to where I am. I show up every day willing to become better, willing to do something that will move me forward in my business and in life. If you can show up every day, you'll be miles ahead of the person dreaming on their couch. My name is Chris Pieta. Thank you for watching. This video right here will be something that I know you'll love, and I will see you in the next one.